The night sky, it was always my greatest teacher. When the world slept, I looked up, and the stars spoke. Not in words, but in light. Each one whispered a secret about the universe, about truth, about God Himself. I was just a boy then, with eyes too curious for my own good, staring at the heavens, wondering why they moved, why they never stayed still. As I grew, that curiosity turned into rebellion. The church said the earth stood still, that we were the center of everything. But when I looked through my telescope for the first time, I saw something that shattered every belief I had been told to obey. I saw moons, not around Earth, but dancing around Jupiter. I saw mountains on the moon, imperfections on what they said was divine perfection. The stars weren't just dots on a painted sky, they were suns, distant worlds waiting to be discovered, and in that moment, I knew truth and comfort rarely walk the same road. They called me a heretic, a blasphemer. But how could the search for truth be sin? I wasn't trying to destroy faith, I was trying to understand creation itself. Every time I peered through that glass, I felt closer to the divine than I ever did inside a church. I wasn't looking for God in scriptures. I was finding Him in the stars, but the world doesn't forgive those who see too far. They silenced me. They took away my freedom, my books, my voice. Yet even under house arrest, they couldn't cage my thoughts. My telescope was gone, but my eyes still remembered what they had seen. The earth was not the center. It was moving, alive, part of something vast beyond imagination. Sometimes I wonder, was it worth it? The loneliness, the betrayal, the fear. I stood against an empire of belief with nothing but a lens and a question. But then I remember that truth, once seen, can never be unseen. The stars didn't lie. The universe didn't bow to power. It simply existed, pure, infinite, unbothered by our ignorance, and if I had to live it all again, I would still look up. I would still question. Because in that moment of wonder, when the vastness of the cosmos stares back at you, you realize something: we are small, yes, but not meaningless. Every discovery, every question, every act of defiance against blind faith brings us closer to understanding who we really are. So if you ever feel lost, if the world tells you not to question, look up. Let the stars remind you, truth is never comfortable. But it is always worth it.